So in this video, we are going to learn how to generate 100% unique articles using OpenAI. Now guys, if you keep on writing articles or you keep on posting blogs, this automation is for you. So using this automation guys, what you have to do, you just have to add a row of titles on which you want to create or write an article into your Google Sheet. And after doing that, automatically using an artificial intelligence platform like OpenAI, we are going to generate the content for that particular article or blog. And not just this guys, after doing this, we are going to create a post of that blog or article in WordPress as well. Yes guys, you can completely automate this process. You just have to enter the title of your article into the Google Sheet. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get the free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give your workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Sheets to OpenAI to WordPress. And then just click on Create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is in our Google Sheet guys, we are adding the titles of our blog which we are going to create. And then what we are going to do, we are going to get this title which we are adding in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, we are going to send this title to OpenAI, and using OpenAI, we are going to create or generate a blog content. And at last, we are going to share that same blog which we have generated using OpenAI on our WordPress. So we are going to create a draft of that blog that post on our WordPress site. So let's begin. So first step is to get the titles of the blog which we are entering in our Google Sheet inside Pabbly Connect. Now to do so, here in Trigger window, in Choose App, we have to search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets over here. And after that, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select New or Updated Spreadsheet row. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect and get the data. Now guys, how you can use this webhook URL? You just have to follow the help text given below over here. So just copy this webhook URL from here, go to your Google Sheet, go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. After clicking on Get Add-ons, you will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. And here in Search app, you have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks, Pabbly, Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And as you can see, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on is already installed in my own Google Sheet. Now guys, you just have to install this add-on into your Google Sheet, and after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheet once. This is a very important step. And after refreshing it, just go once again back to Extensions, and then here you can see that Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on can be seen over here. Just hover on this add-on and click on Initial Setup. After clicking on Initial Setup, in this box, it is asking us three basic things. First one is the selected sheet, that from which sheet we want to send the data to Pabbly Connect. Now right now in this spreadsheet, I have only one sheet named as Sheet 1. That's why I can only see one sheet option over here. But if you have multiple sheets, you can select the sheet for which you are setting up this webhook URL, this automation. Then we have to paste the webhook URL, the webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. So just copy it from here, go to Google Sheet and paste it over here. And at last, it is asking us for the trigger column. So guys, you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last data entry column of our Google Sheet. Now guys, here in this Google Sheet in the background, you can see that I have three columns. First one is of titles, second one is of slug, and third one is of blog link. So in what column, whenever you will enter the data in the column of in the trigger column, instantly that row, the data of that complete row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now in column C guys, I wanted to update the link of the blog which we are going to post on WordPress. So column C will not be my trigger column. My trigger column will be column B. Because I want, whenever I enter the data till column B, I want the data of that complete row to be sent to Pabbly Connect. So column B will be my trigger column. So in this way, you can select any column as your trigger column. C, D, E, F, G, H, any column could be your trigger column. Just ensure that the data till that row will be sent to Pabbly Connect instantly. Now after entering our trigger column, just click on send test. So as we click on send test, it is showing us test data sent successfully. So here the data of this first row after headers is been sent to Pabbly Connect successfully. Just click on submit button. Once again, we have to go to extension, just close it. Once again, go to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks and click on send on event. By selecting send on event, guys, we are telling this add-on, we are telling this Google Sheet that whenever the data is added till our trigger column, we want to instantly send that data from Google Sheets to Pabbly Connect. And because we have clicked on send test, the data, this data, email marketing, this title, and this slug is been sent to Pabbly Connect. So we'll go back to our workflow. And yes, guys, here you can see that in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we have received some data, we have received some response. So here we have the same title which we have entered in our Google Sheet and the same slug. So we have the title, the name of the spreadsheet, we have the trigger column which we have entered. We also have the spreadsheet ID. After that, here you can see that we have the sheet name and the row index. So in this way, the details or the data which we are entering in our Google Sheet is been received inside Pabbly Connect. Now, after this, guys, what we have to do, we have to send this same title to OpenAI so that using OpenAI, we can generate the content for our blog. For that, just scroll down and click on this action window over here. And here in Choose App, search for OpenAI. After that, in action event from the drop down, select generate content. Click on connect and select add new connection. So here, guys, what we have to do, we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. So here you must be thinking how you can get your API key of OpenAI account. Now to get it, just log into your OpenAI account and on the right side, just hover on this profiles option and click on view API key button. And after clicking on it, here you can see that you have the API key of your OpenAI account. If you don't have one, just click on the generate new secret key button. So what we have to do, we have to just copy this API key from here. So I just can't copy it right now. So I'll just create a new one, create a new key, just copy this API key and then go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here and click on save. Now we can see that our OpenAI account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. Now guys, after making this connection, if you guys are familiar with OpenAI, you know what is AI model, what are prompts, what are tokens, and all of those things. If not, let me tell you. So here the first thing it asks us is to select the AI model. So here in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the different AI engines which is being used to generate the content by OpenAI. We have a list of all of those engines, all of those AI models. And out of all of this, we are going to select Text DaVinci 002, which is the most popular AI engine of OpenAI. So just select this AI model. Then it is asking us for the prompt. So what are prompts? So prompts are basically some kind of instruction like what we want OpenAI to do. For example, right now we want OpenAI to write a blog for us. So we are going to enter the prompt as write a blog on, and then after that here what we are going to do, we are going to mention the title of the blog. But we have entered the title of the blog in our Google Sheet and we have received the Google Sheet data, the Google Sheet response over here in Pabbly Connect. So this is the title. Now we have to map this response of title from Google Sheet over here in this field so that every time whatever title we enter in the Google Sheet using that same title, OpenAI generates the blog content. So just click here. And guys, to map this data, just click on this drop down and here in drop down, we can see all the responses of Google Sheet. Out of all of these responses, select the response of title and it will be mapped over here. So this is the complete prompt, the complete instruction what we are giving to OpenAI. Write a blog on email marketing or whatever title we enter in Google Sheet. And here guys, you can actually specify all the things, all the instruction that what kind of content you want to generate using OpenAI. After this, the next thing it asks us is for the max token. So OpenAI consumes some tokens from your OpenAI account to generate the content. And what is the maximum number of tokens you want to use for each and every content, each and every blog you create? So the help text over here says, enter the maximum number of tokens to generate the content. Max limit is up to 2048 tokens. Default value is 256. So you can use this tokens as words. That what are the total number of words, that till what words you want to generate a content, a blog. So I will be just entering this random, the default value that is 256. So the maximum amount which you can enter is 2048 tokens. but the default is 256, so I will be using 256. You can enter any number below 20482 tokens to create the block. After that, it is asking us select sampling type. So here we have two different types of sampling. First one is the temperature sampling and second one is the nucleus sampling. So I'm going to use the temperature sampling over here. Then we have to enter the sampling value, presence penalty, frequency penalty and stop sequence as well. So guys, if you want to change the content, the type of content you generate using OpenAI, like what are the number of words, what are the creativity levels and all of those things, you can enter these things, enter these details over here. And if you want to know what is sampling value, what is presence penalty, you can just go to your OpenAI account, just go to the playground and again, just hover on these things and you will get all of these details as well. So guys, after entering all of the basic details and ignoring these things, just click on save and send test request. And after clicking on save and send test request, here we can see that we have received some response over here. And in this response, guys, we can see some details, some data, and one of the response is choice text. And here in choice text, guys, we have the complete content, the complete blog which OpenAI has generated for the title, for the prompt which we have entered. So we have entered the prompt, we have given the instruction as write a blog on email marketing. And it has written a blog on email marketing for us, that too automatically. So here guys, we don't have to make actually any manual methods to generate the content. So guys, now we have generated the content, the blog content. Now let's create a post on WordPress with this blog content. For that, just scroll down and click on this add action step button over here. And here in choose app, let's search for WordPress. Just a second, WordPress. And then in action event from the drop down, select create a post. Click on connect and select add new connection. And to make this connection, we have to enter the username or email and the password of our WordPress account and also the base URL of our WordPress site. Now you must be having the base URL of your WordPress site. Just go to the wordpress.com and then here you can see that this is the base URL. Just copy this URL from here and paste it over here. The help text says we have to enter the publicly accessible WordPress URL and with leading to HTTP or HTTPS. Now guys, after this guys, what we have to enter the email address or the username and password of our WordPress site. So let me enter it. And yes guys, here you can see that I have entered the username and password of my WordPress site and also the base URL. Now let's click on save. And now we can see that we have successfully connected our WordPress site with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the post type, that what kind of post we want to create. So in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the different kind of posts we can create on WordPress. So we just want to create a text post. So here I'm going to select a WordPress post over here, just post. Then here it is asking us for the post title, that what is the title of this post. So we have entered the title of the blog in Google Sheet and we have received that data in Pabbly Connect. So from the Google Sheet responses guys which we have received of the title, we are going to map this same title over here in this field. So here just click on this field of post title and from the drop down below from the responses of Google Sheet, select and map the title over here. Then after that, it is asking us what is the post content. So we using OpenAI, we have created the content of the blog which we want to post. So here it is the content and we have to map the same content over here. Just click on this field and from the drop down from the responses which we have received from OpenAI, select the response of blog content and map it over here. Then it is asking us for the slug. So we have also entered the slug for this blog, this post in Google Sheet. Just select and map the slug over here. Then it is asking us for the excerpt. So this is not important, this is not mandatory. So let's ignore it. And then it is asking us for the status. Now after this, the next thing it asks us is the status. So what will be the status of this new post which we are creating? So I will be suggesting you that you just don't directly publish the post on WordPress as you create the post from OpenAI. Just from the drop down below, we can see different types of or different options of status which we have, and we are going to create a draft of this post. Now, because guys, before posting or before publishing this post on my WordPress site officially, I just want to keep a check on what kind of content is being published or created by OpenAI. So that's why we are just going to keep the status as draft. Then it is asking us for the category ID. So right now in my WordPress site, I haven't created any kind of categories. That's why I don't have anything over here. But if you have created some kind of categories, you just have to select that in what category this post is going to fall from the drop down. Then it is asking us for the tags. So I don't have tags as well right now. So it just ignore this field for now. Then featured media ID. That what is the media ID? What will be the image or the video or kind of media which will be featuring with this blog. So we are not going to enter any kind of or feature any kind of media in this particular post. So I will just turn the mapping button in front of it on and clear the default response. And we are going to keep this field blank. Or else, if you want some kind of media to be shared on this post which you are creating, you can actually enter the or select the media from the drop down over here. Then it is asking us for the format. So in the drop down below, we have different formats of media. Now, because we are not posting any kind of media, so let's ignore these fields as well. I want the comment status of this post to be open, the author ID. So in the drop down below, we can see all the different authors we have. Let's select this author using which we are going to post the blog. Sticky, yes or no, true or false. So we are selecting sticky as false, and the password. So if you want to add some kind of password or you want to protect this kind of content or blog, you can also enter it over here. So after selecting or entering all of these details, just click on save and send test request. Now, as we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response over here. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the content which you have entered over here with this title, a new post is being created on a WordPress site. And in response, guys, we have received the URL, the link of that post as well. So just copy this link of this post from here, go to a new tab and paste it over here. And yes, guys, here you can see that a new post is being created on our WordPress site with the same title which you have entered in the Google Sheet email marketing, and this post has the same content which OpenAI gave us. So now, guys, we can see that the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. Now we have to move to the last step of this automation workflow. So in our Google Sheet, guys, we have created a column of blog link, and we wanted to update the link of this generated blog into a Google Sheet as well. So let's move to that last step. For that, just scroll down and click on this Add Action Step button over here. And here in Choose App, search for Google Sheets. Select Google Sheets over here. And after that, in Action Event from the drop down, select the action event as Update Cell Value. So this is the action event, Update Cell Value. Just select it, click on Connect, and add new connection. Now here, guys, we have to once again connect our Google Sheets account. So just click on this Connect with Google Sheets button, select your Google Sheets account, scroll down and click on Continue. And as you click on Continue, we will see automatically our Google Sheets account gets connected with Pabbly Connect. Now, after making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet, that in which spreadsheet we want to update this data. So in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have created in our Google Sheets account. Out of which the title of the spreadsheet where we were entering these details, the titles of the blog was named as WordPress blog title. So I want to update the data in this spreadsheet. So I will be selecting this spreadsheet from the drop down. After that, it is asking us to select the sheet. So as we all saw, there's only one sheet as of now in this spreadsheet. So we are going to keep the select sheet as sheet 1. Then it is asking us for the range, that in which row and which column, basically in which cell we want to update this data. So I want to update the link of the blog in front of that blog title. So we have the column C for the blog link. So column C is going to be the constant column name for all the links which we are going to enter. So we are going to manually enter the column name. But guys, the number of the row, the sequence, the row index is going to keep on changing for every new title. And when we receive the data or the title which we are entering in our Google Sheet inside Pabbly Connect, in that response, we have received the row index of that particular title. So we are going to map this particular row index over here in this field of range. So we have entered the name of the column, and now let's map the row number as well from the drop down. So from whatever row we are going to pick the title, in the same row, we are going to update the link of that blog as well. Then it is asking us for the value. So what is the value which we want to update in this cell? We wanted to mention or update the link of the blog which we have created, and that is it. So let's map this link of the blog over here in this field of value. Just click here, and from the drop down below, from the responses which we have received from WordPress, this is the particular response of the link. Just select this response of link and map it over here. And after mapping it, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here we can see that we have received some response over here. And this response seems to be a very positive response to us. This response shows that we have successfully updated the value of our cell in this particular cell. Now let's check, guys. We'll go to Google Sheet, and yes, here we can see that the link of that particular blog has been updated in our Google Sheet as well. So now, guys, we have successfully completed this automation setup, and using this automation, you just have to enter the title of the blog in your Google Sheet, and automatically using artificial intelligence platform like OpenAI, we are going to create the content of that blog, and we are going to create a post for that particular blog and that content in our WordPress site. You just have to review that blog and then make it public. You just have to publish it over here. And also we are going to update the same blog link over here in Google Sheet as well. Now, after successfully setting up this automation, let's test this automation once in real time. So let's give another title for the blog. For example, let me enter another title as CRM applications. So this is just a random title, CRM application, and let me enter the slug as, and that is it. So just now in a Google Sheet in a new row, we have entered a new blog title and the slug. And we will see that within seconds, this blog will be created using OpenAI. It will create a post on our WordPress site as well. And also, guys, what we are going to see, we will be seeing the link of that blog will be updated in the same Google Sheet. So in the same Google Sheet, guys, we can see that we have the link of the blog. Let's click on this link, and here we can see that we will be having the same blog created or generated by OpenAI. So we have the same blog title and the same content which was generated using OpenAI on the same title as well. Now this is so amazing. You just don't have to create or manually keep on writing the blogs and post it on your WordPress site. And not just this, guys, what we are going to do, we are going to visit our WordPress site. We are going to go to post sections, all posts, and we are going to check that same blogs over here as well. And yes, guys, here you can see that just now we have created two posts in our WordPress site. First one was of email marketing and second one is of CRM application. And the status of these posts is as a draft. So we haven't published this post. As you can see that we can just read or proofread this complete blog, complete post, and then we can publish it as well. So not just these applications, guys, you can connect plenty of other applications according to your use cases inside Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for absolutely free. And also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a forever free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.